Hey guys, Future Dovalt here. Before we get into the primary review, just want to let you know that this video had some issues in the recording. My camera was malfunctioning, so you might see some weird artifacts, and at one point my camera turns off and overheats. Don't know why. I had just turned it on after a few weeks of it being off, but just a heads up. But as a result, some of the play features of the figure had to get left out. Luckily, they are included on the box, so I'll give you a good look at that before we get into the proper review, just to see some of the stuff you can do with the robot. But yeah, so some of the stuff had to be cut, so this ended up being a much more quick, rapid-fire review. Hopefully my issues are fixed in the future for larger reviews, but yeah, without further ado, I'll throw it back to past me and we'll get this review going. Hello everyone, Dovalt here, and welcome back to the channel with another review, and this is going to be another rapid-fire mini review. Now, today what we have here is the Diaclone DA104. That name I can't read off the top of my head. It has another name. Guardian. There we go. Now, Diaclone is, if you're unfamiliar, is actually a franchise that directly resulted in the creation of Transformers, and as a result has been a little bit of a guilty pleasure of mine. They are very expensive for what you get, but they make up for it in the sheer playability of the sets. And a lot of that price comes the fact that, you know, conversion rates between continents, you know, it's, you know, all that economic fun crap. But yeah, and this is actually a small little side set to a much larger set, which I have used as a size comparison on the channel before. But yeah, and this is just a cool little guy. Now, before we get into the review, we're gonna start in the individual components and vehicle modes, and then go into robot from there. But first, let's take a quick look at the packaging. Here you get a really cool picture of Guardian here, with the very stylized, very Power Ranger-like logo. Very cool box. This shows the individual vehicle modes. And then here you have all of the different combinations and play features of the figure. So you have the three core figures that make up the robot. Then you have the various accessories with their own modes. And some pictures of the full put-together form. But yeah, other than that, pretty simple packaging. Now you do get a good bit with this set. But without further ado, let us get into what's inside the box. Alright guys, I had to re-record this bit. My camera overheated for some reason, so I had to turn down some lights, let the battery cool, but the battery might die soon, so I gotta do this part quick. So, everything that comes in the box we have here. You get, let's go over the accessories first. You get these golden swords, which for some reason the camera will not focus on. But yeah, nice little golden swords. You get two of them. Then you get pilots that are fully articulated little guys. You know, head can swivel, although it'll be impossible for me to get this on camera. Arms can bend and do a full 360. Ab crunch, knees, you know, good posability. You get a blue one, a yellow one, and a red one. Very Power Rangers coded. You get his primary blaster, done in gunmetal, gold, and green. You get his jetpack unit, which can also be its own little flying drone. A booster unit, which will become the feet of the robot, but also bonus little thrusters for some of the vehicle mode combinations, which you can do a lot. I'm not going to show all of it here on camera, but the playability for these things are crazy. You can do all kinds of cool combinations and stuff like that, but here we have the main vehicle himself, just a simple little space truck. And all of them do have opening cockpits, so you can open them up and stick your little pilot of choice on the inside, like so. Close it up, got the little guy in there. You do the same for these little guys. These two little drones you get as well. Though it's a little harder to squeeze them in there. Speaking of, I think I forgot to mention these little guys. Oh, his head came right off. Whoops. So you got this, these little drones here as well. These are super neat. Well, both their heads came off. Oops. Anyway, now, let's get straight into it. And, oh, I think my battery just died. Well, it's still recording, so here we go. Anyway, here. So, to transform this guy into his base robot mode, what you're gonna do is take off the little sides there, flip down what will become the legs, flip in the fins, rotate the legs around, pop out the toes, like so. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna flip up the headstock. Imagine if this was just the whole robot mode. That'd be nuts. But nah, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take one of the drones here. You're going to pop this down like so, flip the blasters back, open up this panel at the bottom, and that will allow you to grab the fist and flick it out. Now, sometimes you might need to get one of the blasters in there to make it easier on yourself, like so. And then what you're gonna do is flip out this shoulder here. And there you have one arm done. Do the same thing for the second one. So pop it down, flip the guns back. I'm gonna do it in a slightly different order. Pop out that. And boom. Second camera battery died again. Gonna have to finish this review later. And sorry about that, guys. I'm having some camera issues today. So, just a heads up, some portions of this video had to get cut, but we're gonna continue where we left off and at least finish the transformation. I don't know why my camera is like overheating and not holding a charge. Hopefully it's not broken. I've only had this camera for like 6 months. Anyway, so once you get this guy like this, as weird as he looks, I'm gonna bring in one of the arm pieces we created, and it's gonna tab into the hole right there on the neck. And then this whole thing is going to slide in like so. You'll do the same thing on the other side. Tab it in on the side of the neck there, and then slide the whole assembly inwards. Then once you do that, you're going to take these two panels here and you're going to slide them up into place. And that's going to lock everything in place. And here we go. We have our base robot here. He's just a little guy. Very neat looking guy here. I will go over the details when we get the full thing put together. But then, to go even further beyond, what we're going to do is you're going to take the foot boosters here. Also, before we go further, if you see any weird artifacting and stuff on the screen, that's something to do with the camera malfunction. I'm not sure what's causing it. Hopefully it's fixed by my next review. I have some new figures coming in. Anyway, you're going to take these here. You're going to fold out the toes. You're going to fold in the wing there. And then you're going to come here down to the foot. You're going to tilt the toe down like so. And just tab it into place. And then push this up over the foot to lock everything in place. That's one foot done. Second verse, just like the first. Toes, fold out that. Boom. And there we go. Legs are done. Now he looks a lot better proportioned. Way better. Now for the back, what you're going to do is you're going to take the drone here. Now, I'm sorry I didn't show off all the other, like, different things you can do with these accessories, but possibilities are really endless. It's a lot of, fan forming. You know, just kind of making it the way you want. So, you know, if you ever get a hold of one of these, just do whatever you want. Anyway, then you'll tab this in to the back of those two things here, and that's going to firmly lock everything into place. And boom, there you go. There you have that. Now to give this guy his accessories, gonna take his gun or blaster here. You're gonna turn the barrel aside, which is gonna review 2 5mm ports. And then you can attach his 2 blasters for the vehicle mode on either side here. Boom. And fold out the handle, and you can just put that in kind of either hand. I like to put it in this one. Just because on my copy, this hand has a better grip. And boom, there you go. You got him all decked out with his weaponry. You can also give him his sword if you want to. I forgot to fold out a fist. My bad. I shall rectify this. And there you go. You can hold a sword as well. You can also fold out these to give him some arm cannons if you wanted to. But yeah, there we have Diaclone, Diaguardian. The black version, the original version, is actually in Optimus colors. But yeah, here you go. There you have him all kitted up and ready to go. And here we have Diaguardian in his souped up robot mode with all of his accessories. And yeah, just a nice, fun little robot. Very expensive for the price, but, you know, good robot. Now, let's get into the details. Alright, and here we have our guy in his full robot mode glory. And he is a pretty cool looking figure. Let's take a quick look at the details. So you have this really cool, very Power Ranger-esque, almost actually pretty Prime-esque head sculpt there as well. Maybe a little closer to some versions of Jetfire. You got the double cockpit chest as well. Nice hints of gold and yellow all over the figure. Nice silver on the arm blades with gunmetal for the fists. You got some see-through abs there. Really clean backpack with a nice jetpack. Got his big stompin' high heel boots here with little hints of blue venting on here. That's very Prime-like. Little silver for the toes. And yeah, all in all, a good looking little guy. Take a look at the gun there. Got a, or blaster, sorry YouTube. Nice little double barrel railgun with some green accenting and gold there in the middle if the camera will focus on it. There we go. Yeah. But alright, now as for articulation here, let me straighten everything out. Take the gun off for a second to make things a little easier. Get him out of that cool action pose. Alright. So for our articulation, his head can look up that far, and not really down, but his head is on a ball joint and can do a full 360. The arms have a forward butterfly joint and the ability to go out just to 90. The elbows are double hinged, so you could go a little past 90, depending on how you position the 2 elbow joints there. The little guns on the side of the arm are on a swivel, and they swivel together. The hand can rotate a full 360. Although it is on a mushroom peg, so you gotta be careful. You could accidentally pop it off, but it'll pop right back on. And the hand can open up with a single joint at the base of the fingers. As for the legs, they can kick forward that far, back that far, and you can bend the knee just to 90. He has a pretty wide ankle tilt there, as well as a slight ankle tilt backwards. Toe tilt can tilt all the way up or all the way down, and I believe the back of the heel can just go up and down. He also has a thigh swivel as well, and a toe swivel as well, or heel swivel. But yeah, pretty articulated little guy. Not gonna be able to get him back in a cool pose again. As for the blaster, it has a foldable handle because you can equip this to him in multiple different ways. And these are removable, as you saw in combination. But yeah, pretty cool little dude here. Now, I don't have much for size comparison for him, but I can compare him to some deluxes, at least. Here he is next to Prima Prime. They fit in nicely together. Honestly, he fits in with the toy line pretty well. Here he is with another deluxe in Vortex, a recently reviewed figure. So you can see how they look together. And lastly, let's do him with a Voyager class with Prima Prime. And a figure I have neglected to review. But yeah, guys, that has been my quick rapid-fire review of Diaclone Dia Guardian and his various little play features here. Yeah, I plan on reviewing more Diaclone here on the channel, but it may take a while because the only other set I really have is massive, and it's probably going to be like a 5-parter series. He's big. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon to know when I upload new stuff and other reviews. Check out my Mange Gaming channel as well, currently playing through Hollow Knight Silksong at time of recording, and it would mean a lot to see you there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Dovalt, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!